And it's the White House.
Roger, got him. 1,000. 500. 400.
Long-range tracking cameras and cameras.
Here's coming. 200.
First image of
100. 290.
distance of 16 miles.
20. 280 here.
You're landing, and
I crashed.
a little loosely, was not quite a textbook case.
Whoops, I'm gonna have to try this again. You're around Dayton, Ohio. You have to go first to the Air Force Museum. It's free. It's a wonderful place to go to. It's very large. I spent all day today there. But another site you've got to go to around Dayton is Huffman Prairie Flying Field. And this is where the Wright brothers came and perfected their flying after they went to Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. And this is a field. It was a farm field then, and it's an open field now. You'll hear some gunshots in the background, or you may hear them. If you look far out into the distance, that is a skeet shooting range. But this is the field. Jackson Center, Ohio, a home of Airstream, was my main destination in Ohio. It is close to Dayton, Ohio, and the Neil Armstrong Museum was only about 15 miles up the road from the factory. There's not much in Jackson Center other than the Airstream factory, but the factory does offer a free tour that took about 2 hours, and they also have a campsite on location, free for those having service performed, and about $10 a night for all others. They do have another factory that was being built, but at the time of my visit, it had not been completed. After having minor service performed on my Airstream, it was time for me to get back on the road. So I'm actually on the Appalachian Trail right now here in Harpers Ferry, heading up to Jefferson's Rock. Spent several hours here at Harpers Ferry. Did a guided park ranger tour. If you're at a national park, I always recommend a ranger tour. Behind me is the John Brown Museum. It was pretty interesting. 3 videos in there to sort of go through the whole process or the whole evolution of the history here with John Brown and Harper's Ferry. And it all ended in that building.
So finally, in the morning of October 18th, Lee and Jeb Stewart are here. They send Jeb Stewart to this door right here, and Jeb Stewart knocks on it. Brown answers, and Jeb Stewart is, wow, Brown, you're here. I thought you were in Kansas. They didn't know John Brown was headed this way. Fooled you, you know. Well, you got to surrender. We got 3,000 people out here who want to rip you apart, and so what we'll do is we will get you to jail, and then we'll let the court system. No, we're going to fight it out. But if you want to, give us a 10-minute head start, and you can chase us. You know, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. No, you're surrendering. We got you surrounded. You're not going any further with this. Well, Brown shut the door. Jeb Stewart raised his hat.
Now, if we were to go back in time, 157 years ago, look across these fields, for the most part, it would look almost exactly the same. Antietam is one of the best preserved battlefields in this entire country. All these fence lines, historic fence lines, right where they should be. The 11 farmsteads that dot the entire battlefield, they're either the original structure or the Park Service has restored them to their 1860s appearance. The fields, we allow local farmers to plant their crops here only under the condition they can only use crops that would have been used in the 1860s. And then the town of Sharpsburg, very little development over there. It's still a quiet farming community. The population has actually gone down since the battle. They had 1,100 people there in 1862, less than 900 today. This is a quiet farming community. And the only permanent differences you are going to find here, 97 monuments. An observation tower built by the War Department in the 1890s. And then a visitor center built by the Park Service in the 1960s. That's really about it.
I just walked outside of the Navy Yard. The museum is okay, but it's warm. Very warm in there, so a lot of model ships, a lot of placards with a lot of information, some display stuff.
Headed up to the gravesite of President John F. Kennedy with the eternal flame. In March of 1963, President Kennedy made an unannounced visit here to Arlington, stood out in front of Arlington House, looked out over the cemetery and the city, and remarked on that beautiful view, "I could stay here forever." 8 months later, he was assassinated in Dallas, Texas. His family originally planned to have him buried in his home state of Massachusetts. Once the story of his visit here and the words that he said reach his widow Jacqueline, it's decided he'll be laid to rest here in Arlington instead, near where he took in that beautiful view.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? I am Sergeant Aspinall of the 3rd Infantry Regiment, United States Army, Guard of Honor, Code of the Unknown Soldier. The ceremony that you are about to witness is the changing of the guard. In keeping with the dignity of this ceremony, it is requested that everyone remain silent and standing. Thank you.
This is Ford's Theater, and we are looking at the area where Lincoln was shot.
In the room where the president died, down at the end of the hallway, because we had a photo of that room from the next day. But the rest of this is conjectural.
So you want food trucks? DC has food trucks.